What is the value of one human life? A life that is at last healthy and safe. A life that has dignity. A life that is a productive member of the community again. For our neighbors in Kitsap County who have lost their way, United Way agencies are reaching out to rescue the homeless, the forgotten, the sick, and the discouraged, one life at a time.
I am fully aware of what it's like to live on the streets, to not have a permanent roof over your head, to wonder when you're going to have the next roof over your head, and wonder how your life's going to turn out.
Kitsap Rescue Mission.
This place here was a lifesaver for me because I had gotten to the place that I was contemplating jumping off a bridge, you know, because I didn't know how to handle it anymore.
What's it like?
It's tough. Trying to find places to sleep. That's the one thing that's hard. Yeah.
Not addressing the causes of homelessness impacts all of us. It strains the social safety net. It overwhelms emergency departments at hospitals. It places extra burdens on law enforcement. And it creates health risks in the community when easily preventable diseases are left untreated.
You know, oftentimes we don't recognize that trauma is at the root of many of our social problems. People with substance abuse, mental illness, chronic diseases, homelessness. And we've learned a lot from the ACEs study from the Center of Disease Control that adverse childhood experiences have direct correlation to the incidence of these social problems.
There's a typical guy I would meet on a meal site is somebody who's actually living in a tent, probably been out in the woods for several months at a time, in need of clothes, in need of a shower, in need of just really fellowship with somebody who's not in the same situation, somebody who can reflect that there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel, that it's not as dire as it feels right now, but there are going to be steps that need to be taken so we can pull them out of that situation.
The West Sound Free Clinic comes to where they are. Many of this population won't seek out medical care in local clinics, or they've been at the hospital and they've been scared, or they're drug abusers and they're nervous to go in and be seen. And some of these people, it's the only chance that they will to actually get someone to care about them and their medical issues.
I didn't have any, unfortunate accidents or anything like that. It was just poor choices, poor planning, poor life goals and planning, I guess.
Being older, that's really tough. When you get to a certain age, people don't want to hire you anymore.
You know, I've always been that type of person. I kept jobs, but my health has gone down. I just had quadruple bypass. And so, I mean, it just seems like everything was just falling in on me.
I was left in a situation where I had no hope, no positive end in sight, and it was hopelessness. It was just straight up hopelessness. There's really no other way to put it.
Turning a life around isn't always easy. In fact, it rarely is. But those in our community who lend a helping hand bring more than compassion. They bring hope.
Some of the steps we use here at Kitsap Rescue Mission, one is the very basic one, is rescue. Let's get them out of that situation. So provide meals, clothing, shelter, and those things. The next part would be kind of a rehabilitation process where we deal with some of the decision-making, life skills that people have formed over the years. It's caused maybe part of this homelessness, and definitely a spiritual aspect of it where we believe is kind of a foundation in that. The third part is really a recovery, to get them to start to have reconciliation with families, to recover their life that they had prior and to see where it went off track.
Reaching out to the forgotten members of our community takes many individuals and organizations coming together to address the underlying causes.
West Sound Free Clinic operates out of a couple of ambulances and a storage unit. So we provide basic medical care, primary care for patients that come in, and we see them for a variety of conditions, from high blood pressure to pregnancy to digestive issues, and help get them care in our community, whether it's with us or with a volunteer doctor.
Kitsap Mental Health is a community-based mental health agency serving the needs of those with severe mental illness and behavior disorders. So many times the solution then lies in the development of a compassionate community that can wrap their arms around these individuals and give them hope for a better future.
When you think you've hit rock bottom, you'd be surprised how much lower rock bottom is.
I was a general contractor and lost everything. The West Sound Free Medical Clinic's awesome. I got a tetanus shot because I needed one. I was overdue for it, and got some blood tests done that I was overdue for because I don't have medical insurance.
You know, as a youth, we all think we're invincible. Like life is going to go on. We can do what we want to do, and nothing is going to harm us. You know, no matter how stupid we are. I'm here to say that because of my stupidity, non-belief, I have to deal with some issues, and I can't blame anybody, nobody, but myself. Dealing with them is scary. You know, nobody wants to find out their heart isn't going to pump no more. Nobody wants to know that their kidneys are failing. Nobody wants to be put on dialysis. Man, if I could tell anybody anything, is live your life, and I mean life. Get out here and enjoy your family. Enjoy the world, learn, read, travel. Just do things that you can look back and say, I'm glad I did it, instead of having remorse for things that you didn't do. And that's all I can say.
The rescue mission gave me a means to an end, and the end being bettering myself, getting my life back on track, and doing the things that, you know, every human is expected to do. They provided me the safety of a roof, a meal, I have fellowship, and I wouldn't have that if it weren't for the mission. And they were the ones that provided, I don't want to say a catalyst, but they provided the way out that I was so desperately seeking.
Can we totally eradicate homelessness in Kitsap County? Maybe not. Can we rescue the homeless, the forgotten, the sick, and those without hope, one life at a time? Absolutely. And we are, every day, through the compassion of the United Way of Kitsap County sponsored agencies.
I can help one life be healthy and safe.
I can help one life have dignity.
I can offer hope and support for recovery.
I can help one life become a productive member of the community again.
We can do more united than we ever can alone. Please give to the United Way of Kitsap County.